afternoon all. On behalf of IoT Academy, we welcome you all for the second session of National Level Faculty Development Program on workshop on NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework. Let me introduce the resource person of today's session, Dr. Anuradha Jain. Currently, Professor Jain is the principal at Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies, Technical Campus, Delhi. An alumnus of IIM Kolkata and a scholar from University of Mumbai, she has been dedicated to the teaching community for over 22 years. She is a NAC assessor and has visited many colleges as NAC peer team member. Professor Jain has published many books and research articles to her credit in areas of business, economics, and environment. Dr. Jain was selected as one of the 100 eminent academicians of 2021 by International Institute of Organized Research for her remarkable contribution in the field of academics. She is the recipient of Best Paper Award at the International Conference on Development of Economies Through Innovation and Sustainable Growth and Best Teacher Award for her service. She has been the resource person for numerous webinars, FDPs, and seminars at various national institutes and universities. Recently, she was invited as a conference chairperson and keynote speaker at Oxford, London. She is also the advisory member of International Association of Research and Development Organization. We welcome you, ma'am, and with this, we hand over the session to Dr. Anuradha Jain. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. And first of all, I would like to thank IoT Academy for giving me this opportunity to be among all of you today for discussing NIRF, second parameter of NIRF. So, yeah, like yesterday also, I took this session on the first parameter of NIRF, and today we will be discussing about the second parameter, that is all about, research. How important is research in NIRF? But before we go to the second parameter of NIRF, yesterday at the end, some participants, they were just asking about, like, what are the benefits of going for NIRF ranking? And why do we go for NIRF ranking, or if any institution has NAC already? So I already told that NAC and NIRF, they are two different ranking framework, and any institution should go for both. So it's not that if anybody has a NAC accreditation, they should not go for NIRF, because even while applying for NAC or while filling SSR of NAC, they have one point. They ask whether you are NIRF ranking, you have participated or not. So because both are working on the different methodology, different style, so NIRF is also equally important. Other benefits, of going for NIRF ranking is that it always improves the student enrollment in the institution, because that students are all well informed and they try to search each and everything about the institutions before they get enrolled in any institutions, because it's an era of competition. And not only that students are competing with each other, but in fact institutions are also competing with each other. And students consider a lot of aspects about the institution before they apply for admission. They like to see that what is the outcome, learning outcome in the institution, what is the placement, what is the graduation outcome, what type of faculty they have, and what is the overall infrastructure of the institution, what is the perception of the institution in the society, in the world. Okay, so all these parameters are taken into consideration in NIRF. So if any institution has good NIRF ranking, it means that that institution has good standing, and therefore students are willing to take admission over those places which they have good NIRF ranking, because that is one of the parameter of finding out the standing of the institution. Another importance or benefit of NIRF ranking is clarity on standard of institution, like as I said, because clarity on the standard of institution, NIRF is one of the best measure. Why? Because They follow full transparency, 100% transparency in the methodology of giving ranking, and also the entire data about all the institutions, those who are participating in NIRF and those who are given ranking in the NIRF are on the website of the NIRF. So anybody can check, anybody can see to it. So therefore, since they follow the full transparency in the mechanism, so there is always, clarity on standard of the institution, where the institution stands. Then, that there is a government scheme, a UGC scheme, that they announce that institution of eminence. And any institution, those who want to participate in this, institution of eminence, then while applying for this institution of eminence, they always see and they always prefer those institutions which are already in the NIRF ranking framework, those who have participated in NIRF. Then it also elevates the global ranking of the institution, because if any institution has participated in the NIRF ranking, and if they are going for global uh, accreditation process, then NIRF participation always helps or in promoting the quality of the institution. So it is helpful in getting international accreditations also. Then while going for NIRF, it provides proper feedback, because ranking helps the institution to understand its weak areas, which help in implementing corrective measures for further improvement in weak areas. Because whenever we participate in any ranking, whether it be NAC, NBA, NIRF, we always do the self-assessment. We always do the gap analysis, like what are the weak areas, what are the strong areas, and how we can improve upon weak areas wherever we are. So therefore, ranking or participation in NIRF or any ranking is always helpful. And NIRF always ensures that all these higher educational institutions strive hard to improve their ranking, because year by year, every year when they will participate in the ranking system, then always every institution will strive for better score, okay, better ranking every year. And that is why Peter Drucker uh, has rightly said that ranking does not confer privilege or give power, it imposes responsibility. So a lot of responsibility comes on the institution, that they should strive for better grade or better ranking in the next cycle, next year. And therefore they should always work hard, and they should always try to improve their system. They should always try to fill those gaps wherever there are weak areas. So these are all benefits of participating in the national institutional ranking framework. And that is why even government is making it mandatory that every institution should participate in NIRF, every student should have NAC accreditation, so that they will improve day by day, they will work for quality enhancement, and all the stakeholders will be benefited out of it. And believe me, see, when I visit different institutions, we always take informal feedback. I always keep on asking from the faculty members, like what improvement, what changes you have seen while preparing for the purpose of NAC or for the purpose of NIRF. They always give positive feedback that yes, institutions now take care of the growth of the faculty members also. They try to give the best okay, for the students. They always work for the quality enhancement in the institution. So see, everything has their own pros and cons. So I know that burden of work increases with the faculty members, but simultaneously there are various advantages also of this accreditation process, and which has helped in the personal and professional growth of the faculty members, and the overall work environment has improved once institutions start participating in this type of accreditation system or ranking system. Okay, so like yesterday we discussed that there are 5 parameters of NIRF. Okay, teaching learning resources that we discussed yesterday, which has 40 weightage. Then research and professional practices, graduation outcome, outreach and inclusivity, and perception. So today we are going to discuss about the second parameter, and that is research and professional practice. Okay, research and professional practice, the again marks are always 100 everywhere. Okay, but weightage are different for a different type of or ranking which we are going for, like whether if we are going for overall ranking, college ranking, university ranking, so weightage will differ, otherwise marks are 100. So when we talk about research and professional practice, there are four parameters in this, four sub parameters you can say. One is the combined metric for publication, 35 marks out of 100. Then combined metric for quality of publication. Okay, because they say that not only the publication, quality of publication also matters there. Then IPR and patent, and they consider both published patent and granted patent. And obviously, the patent, those who are granted are given more weightage there. We will discuss one by one. Then footprints of projects and professional practice, and that is given 15 weightage. Similarly, graduation outcome. So this I will not discuss much. I will be just focusing on the research and professional practice, okay, because this is the title of the topic which is given to me today. So now let us see in detail.
Excuse
Yeah,
me,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Are you saying something? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry for interrupting, ma'am. Ma'am, can you present using slideshow mode, ma'am?
It is, ma'am, slideshow only.
Okay, but it is not visible in full screen mode, ma'am. That's fine, ma'am.
Acha, it is not visible. Maybe in the setting of your screen, ma'am, because it is in the slide mode only.
Yes,
Slideshow.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, now is it fine?
yes, ma'am. It is fine, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Sorry
so-
for interrupting.
How? No, ma'am. No, it's okay. No problem. So let us see this research and professional practice. Okay, 100 marks. And first is combined metric for publication. So this is assigned 35 marks. And this publication is formula, you can say 35 into, which is the function of P. What is P here? Number of publication as ascertained from suitable third party source. Why they are saying third party source? Yesterday also I told you that we will be giving our details about the list of publications done by our faculty members, along with like which journal they have published, whether indexed, so okay, Scopus index or whichever indexed that paper is, we will be giving all the detail. But yes, they will do third party verification. Third party verification in the sense they will check from their website. Okay, like if we just claim that yes, like 100 papers are published in the Scopus index journal, so they will not just rely on the information which are given by us in this case, but they will check from the Scopus website. They will try to ascertain data from there, they will verify there, and then only they will be giving us the marks. So in this case, FRQ here is the faculty members. Okay, number of full-time faculty members which are there in the institution or organization. So that means that, and we have to give data for the last 3 years. And if the average is like one paper per faculty per year, then no, you will get 35 full 35 marks in this. So that means this is about just the number of publications done by the faculty members. Then next is combined metric for quality of publications. Okay, so that was first was only about the publications done. Okay, but now they are talking about quality of publication. So quality of publication means they will see that what is the citation count, okay, of the papers which are published by the faculty members. Then if we just see that number of citations in top 25 percentile averaged, okay, over the previous 3 years. That means in the top level, journals, how many citations are there for these papers which are published by these faculty members. So you can see that quality of publication, QP, is equal to 20 into F. F means function of CC means the citation count, and FRQ is the faculty count there. Okay, faculty, how many faculty members are there. So that also on an average, if it comes like one citation per faculty, okay, average I am saying, because it is total citation count divided by the total faculty present. Okay, so that might be possible that some are publishing more papers, some have, more citation for their papers published. So they will average out that. And according to formula also, you can see that if the average is 1, then we will get full, okay, 20 points there. And then next is for 15 marks, they have given like top 25 percentile averaged over the previous 3 years, because we are giving the data for the 3 years there. Okay, so in that case, if you have more, okay, in these type of journals, best they are cited, your paper, okay, then also you will get full marks, 15 marks. And there also now they will take this data clarification from the third party source. Third party source means again those websites, okay, but that may be Google Scholar, maybe Scoopus Index, or whatever IEEE, wherever, like UGC Care listed journal, wherever we have published. So they will take, they will verify this from the third party source. Then another parameter, sub-parameter is IPR and patent. Patent published and granted. They will consider both, but obviously, yes, more weightage is given to the patent which are granted rather published, because granting, patent takes time. They do proper examination, because publishing is easy. Okay, you apply and it get published after just preliminary examination. But for granting, detailed examination is done, and therefore more weightage is given to the granting of the patent. So you can see that IPR total is equal to IPG. IPG means patent granted, IPP means patent published. So you can see that IPG is equal to 10 into function of PG. PG means patent granted over the previous 3 years. So how many patents are granted over the previous 3 years, and how many patents are published. So publications, they are giving 5 marks, and for granting they are giving 10 marks. Okay, and PP means the patents published over the last 3 years. That also now they will go to IPR website, okay, Indian patent website, and from there they will cross check that whatever information you have given is correct or not. And accordingly, they will accept only those who are there on their third party source, which is verified. Okay, then last in this series is the footprint of projects, professional practice, and executive development programs, because research is a very wide area. So not only just writing research papers, but patents are the part of this, projects are the part of this, like funded projects, okay, which minor projects, major projects done by the faculty members, and also the consultancy work. Professional practice means the consultancy work, executive development program. Okay, so these all are consisting of this fourth sub-parameter, and the total marks are 15. So FPPP here means footprint of project, professional practice. Okay, so FPR here is for 5 marks, and RF here is the average annual research funding earning. Okay, earning, because this is equal to 5 into function of RF. RF means research funding earning, amount received in rupees at institutional level in previous last 3 years. Okay, so this all depending upon how much funding you have earned, or how much funded projects are done, what is the amount of the fund received against this funded project. Okay, so that gives you 5 marks here. Then next is the consultancy project, that is again for 5 marks. And consultancy, again, they count in terms of money, in terms of, amount which is received for doing consultancy work at institutional level. And you have to provide the data for the last 3 years. Then EDP, executive development programs. Okay, this is also 5 marks. And this is also about the earnings, annual earnings from full-time executive development programs of a minimum duration of 1 year in the previous 3 years. Okay, so minimum duration of this executive development program is for 1 year. So how much annual earning is done from the full-time executive development program? And this data is to be provided by the institution, and then they will do the cross check, okay, simultaneously verification about this data. So these are the 4 sub parameters for research work, and the total marks are 100. Weightage differs, like in which category we are applying. So somewhere it is 15% weightage, somewhere it is 20%, 25% weightage. So it will depend upon which category we are applying. But I'll tell you, I have done, comparative analysis, which I'll be showing you. Normally, all the institutions are getting very less marks in this second criteria, because, we lack in research, and this is the weak point of all the Indian universities, Indian colleges, and normally they lack, in this, and therefore the response or the marks are not very good in criterion 2. But since we participate in this ranking, or even NAC accreditation or NBA, we realize is that yes, there is a gap, and then we as an institution or we as a faculty will try to fill these gaps. And year by year we have seen that institutions are improving, they are promoting research, consultancy and all, but still, yes, the marks which are scored by different institution is very less in this. Okay, now see, I'll just show you the data here, formats here, how we have to fill this format. Okay, like over the last 3 years along with the citation. So first is the publication part. So publication, you can see that we have to give the details of the publication. That means how many number of papers are published. Suppose if I am applying for 2021 now, 22. Okay, now suppose in next I will apply. So then I have to give the data for this 3 years, 21, 22. Means 3 completed academic years, 2021, 19, 20. So not only just the publications, but also we have to mention how many citations, total citations, every paper wise. Okay, all these details we have to submit there. Then sponsored research projects. The format is like what is the total number of sponsored projects year wise. Okay, total number of funding agencies, like from where we have taken the fund. What are the funding agencies? How many number of funding agencies you have approached and you have got the projects, and total amount received in terms of rupees. Okay, and then amount received in words. So this we have to give all the details, and also we have to attach, attachments of the list of the sponsored projects, list of the companies, agencies from where we have taken this, projects, and then what is the total amount that you have or the institution have received. Okay, so these details we have to send, but this all details, as I said, should be the full proof details. Okay, then next is about consultancy projects. Consultancy projects may, like what are the total number of consultancy projects which are done. This they ask for 2 years. Okay, not for 3 years, consultancy projects. And total number of client organization, like from where you have done, for which client you have done the consultancy, which are the companies, how many number of companies you have done your consultancy. Okay, then also the amount received for doing this consultancy, and amount received in words, also in amount as well as in words. Now, executive development program, next category. Okay, and as I said that the minimum duration of this executive development program should be for 1 year. It should not be less than 1 year, because if it is less than 1 year, then they will not consider this. Okay, the number of participants. How many number of participants were there? Like suppose if you organize the executive development program, and suppose the participants are very less, very nominal, then also they may question like how much revenue you have earned. Then it means whether it was cost effective or not, whether it was self funded or not. Okay, because for resource person we need to pay, and therefore the some minimum amount, minimum number of participants should be there, okay, whenever we organize any event. Then total annual earnings in words. Okay, so these are the formats of the data that we have to submit, but don't just say that we have to give the numbers. No, we also have to provide them all the details, all the Excel sheets, and also we have to keep, proof for each and everything, because they will do the scrutiny part. They will ask any proof. We have to submit the proof immediately. And if we are unable to submit the proof, then they will cancel our participation, and we will not be considered if we are unable to submit the proof of whatever we say. Now see, I have just done the comparative analysis, okay, that you can see here for 2017 ranking. See, in the college, if we see, Miranda House was at the number one, first rank, and you can see the comparison in first and second. If we see, just because we have already seen yesterday, we have discussed about first one, their score out of 100 is 75.676 in one, okay, criterion one. But in two, about research and professional practice, they have only scored 27.44. But Loyola College, they scored less in a teaching learning resource, but they scored full 100 in research. Okay, so why we are doing this comparison? Because then you can visit their website, Loyola, that what special they are doing. Now you can say Shri Ram College of Commerce, which is the number one college in Delhi and even all over India. You can see that TLR, teaching learning resource, they have scored 77.63, but research they have scored only 0.20. That means only 20% marks there. Okay, then similarly ARSD, which is at rank 5, their score in this is only 30.5. Then LSR, if you see, then they have scored just 1.96, okay, in research and professional practice. So why I wanted to show that sometimes we become disheartened, okay, while submitting this data, and we feel as if we are not performing well and we don't have proper data. So why do we participate? Why to participate in such ranking? So the purpose for showing this comparative sheet was that we should not get disheartened if we feel that in this criteria we are not scoring well. So even if we are not scoring well in one particular criteria, but at least we can try for the next time that yes, we will motivate our faculty, we will do more research, we will do consultancy project, we will try to find out the sources, different agencies from where we can invite, we can send application, we can get funding, research funded and all, but we can score simultaneously in the other parameter. Okay, other parameters are there like teaching learning resource, okay, graduation outcome, perception. There we can score more than, you have seen that sheet, like those who have scored rank 1, rank 2, they have not very good performed. Even those who are on rank 6 and 7 on all over India ranking, their score in this is just 1.75 or okay 20 or 15 or 13. So that we know that yes, we are much behind the other international foreign universities in this. And that is the reason that when we see the international ranking, then we are not doing very good. Okay, I was just listening to some eminent speakers, even Dr. Narayan Murthy was also, mentioning few days back that it is very, very disheartening for our our Indian system, education system, that we are not even among the first 250, okay, top rankers university in terms of research or international ranking. So that is the problem, and even our prime minister is now focusing more on research, and they want to, spend more money on the research and development. Okay, because that is very, very important for the growth of any economy, for the growth of the education system. So that is very, very important research. But unfortunately, we are all lacking behind in this. Okay, and that you have seen the comparison. And but the criteria is very transparent. Okay, they will ask all the details. But yes, tough also, because ordinary, peer reviewed journal, because what we do as a faculty, we publish in the ordinary journals, or we just see the peer reviewed journal, we publish our paper there. So all these papers, publications are not considered in NIRF. Even in a UGC, they say that, okay, minimum UGC care listed journal should be there. So they will not consider just peer reviewed journal, because nowadays you see that every journal is a peer reviewed journal. Okay, so the only thing I want to say here is that whenever you publish your paper, just see the quality of the journal. Okay, just see that and just target that. At least you should target for a UGC care journal. Okay, not below the UGC care journal. And even if you are publishing for Scopus or other, you just see whether they are indexed or not, because we have seen many journals, those who themselves say that it is Scopus journal, but when you will see the indexing of the Scopus, you will not find, okay, indexing there. And if it is not indexed on the Scopus website, then again they will not consider. NIRF will not consider, because they are going to verify from the Scopus website. Okay, so only the Scopus indexed journal they will be able to find out from the third party source. Otherwise, they will not be able to find out, and that will not be considered. Okay, so while publishing our paper, we have to be very, very careful about this, because even I have experienced many a times. Okay, I published my paper and I thought that it is a Scopus journal. Okay, but finally I found that it is not there on the Scopus website. And then when after doing so much of research, then I realized and I came to know that yes, will be shown only when it is Scopus indexed journal. Okay, so that we have to be very, very careful while publishing your paper, and we should focus on the research, because research is very, very important. Because as a teacher also, a good researcher can be a good teacher, because if you have more knowledge about those areas, you will always deliver the best. Okay, so research should be focused, and also you should put your papers on Google Scholar and all, because see, this indexing or citation will be done only when your paper is visible. So to increase the visibility, you should upload your paper on Google Scholar, you should upload your paper on the research gate, so that people will get to know about your work, and they will definitely cite your paper. Your citation index will improve, you will have more citations, and more citations will be then counted, and your institution will get good score only after more citations, because visibility will be more. Okay, so that was about second parameter, about research and professional practice. Okay, so now I think we can open the house for the discussion, and whatever questions you have regarding NIRF, regarding NAC, regarding NBA, you can ask, because ranking, all are just interrelated, almost the same parameter.
The session
Okay,
is
so
open for
there
discussion
is
now.
Yeah, one question I will just see. I can see in the chat box. Yeah, Dr. Mohammed has asked one question, that does private funding sponsorship is counted, as in some private organization giving the faculties the opportunity to conduct the product potential research, employee attitude survey, etc. Does training given to the industry association or any firm would count as consultancy? No, sir. Training given will not be counted as the consultancy. Okay, because training given is counted as you can say MDP, Management Development Program. It is not consultancy. Consultancy is only when you do some value addition to their work, about their product, okay, about their system, about their processes. But if you are giving training, that will be counted as MDP, but not this. And the first question, like, does private funding sponsorship is counted? Sir, private funding will not be counted here, because what happens is people do manipulate things and they just get the letters, from private agencies for the funding of the project. Okay, but consultancy of private firm are counted, but not the research projects. Okay, and for that also you have to show your proper bank transactions. Okay, because we have seen what happens is that people just show that yes, they have done live projects, they have done in research projects for these companies or consultancy for these companies, and there are no bank transfers for the amount, and you just show that yes, it is received cash or like this, so that will not be accepted. And all agreement should be with the institution to institution, not private agreement will be accepted there. And even the amount transfer should also be on the name of the organization, on the name of the institution, then only it will be counted. Okay, then next question is about publication, academic year or calendar year. See, madam, actually what happens, all these publication, different, system has a different calculation about academic year or calendar year about publication. If we talk about NAC, then for publication, they consider only calendar year. From January to December, they consider. But when we talk about NBA and NIRF, then they talk about the academic year. Okay, but academic year again differs. Somewhere it is June to July, somewhere it is July to August. Okay, so that you please clarify, you please check. But yes, for NAC, it is very clear that it is from January to December only. Okay, Baki rest it is academic year, but academic year differs. 1 month difference is there in different system. Then next from Matthew, for publications, corresponding author or first author or all authors will be considered if authors are from different institutions. Okay, yeah. See, if authors are from different institutions, then all authors will be considered. Everybody can claim. Okay, if they are from different, like suppose if I am writing one paper with you, Matthew, and you will also claim, I will also claim. Okay, because both institution will get advantage of it, whether it is a corresponding author, first author, or multiple authors also. But if two authors are from the same institution, then if there is only one paper, as per the authors will get advantage, okay, in their field, that is they have authored paper. But as an institution, they will get advantage only once. Okay, because number of papers they are counting, not number of authors. Okay, are you getting me? So number of papers, it will be counted as one only. You can see everywhere formulas, they are counting number of papers, not number of authors. Okay, so if 3 people from the same organization are writing one paper, then advantage is only of one paper, not of 3. But in NAC, you can take advantage there, but not here. Okay, because they are counting only number of papers, and paper is one. Okay, and one more thing, when you are writing about publication, your affiliation should be with that place. Then only they will get advantage. Okay, suppose if I am writing paper and I am at that time I am not the part of this place, then this college will not get advantage. Only the name of the college which is written in the affiliation, okay, wherever you are, that college will only get the advantage of that research paper. So therefore, whenever you publish paper, you please mention your college name. And this, this problem arises always when we prepare for NAC or when we prepare for this ranking, that those who are doing research, those who are doing PhD, they are always in dilemma, because wherever they are doing PhD, they want that university want their name only, because they want them to write as a research scholar of that particular university. And the college where they are working, they want them to write the name of the college. Okay, but if they are writing research scholar of any particular university, so that university will get advantage of it. Okay, not where they are working. So that name should be there along with your name. Only whose name is there, they will only get advantage of that work, not the other one. Okay, so that also we have to take care. Yeah, any other question?
Any other queries?
Yeah, Dr. Mohammed, where are you from? Dr. Mohammed had asked, good questions. I just, Silvassa. Okay. Okay, yeah. No, it was good questions that you were asking, and that shows that your interest, okay, in accreditation system. Yeah, any other query, any other question? Or we can deliberate, whatever you have in your mind regarding any type of accreditation system.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, kindly name a few UGC recognized journals. There is a lot of confusion for me,
Ma'am,
especially.
you are from which field?
UGC. Ma'am, I am from law field, madam. Law.
Acha, law mein you have to just find out, ma'am. Actually, there are different, colleges, those whose journal are also UGC listed. The best way is because
Yeah.
UGC now UGC care list is there. Okay, now UGC list is now renamed as UGC care list. And UGC care list, every year they publish new list, and they list many journals. So what you can do, I don't remember particularly from law, but what you can do, ma'am, you can just visit the UGC website. Okay, and or even in Google, if you will search UGC care list journals, you will be able to download the entire list. Or you can send me, you write me on my email, I will share that entire list, UGC care list journal, and there you can search journal for law.
Yes,
Entire
yes
list
ma'am.
is
Yes.
there, and it is downloadable, ma'am. You can download the entire list.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So
Okay.
every year they keep changing.
Yes. There are many those
Okay.
who are there for long, but if they are not maintaining the quality, then they will change.
Okay,
Then they
ma'am.
will delist that, because they
Oh,
should maintain the quality throughout.
okay.
Because what happened, what I have seen, that people had made this as a business now. Those who are in the UGC care, journals, so sometimes they compromise with the quality, they charge money, they publish, substandard paper, and they dilute the quality.
Mm.
And
Indeed.
therefore, UGC has to keep check. Okay, and therefore, many journals, they delist if they are not maintaining the quality. It's a big
Thank
list.
you, ma'am.
If you want to share, okay, I have sent my email ID. Then you please send
Yes.
it, and I will share that
Yeah.
UGC care list with you. 2022, 23, then they will publish in January, February, then you can download that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for the information, ma'am.
Yeah. Can I mention ResearchGate? Yeah, citations are citations, ma'am. So whether it is on ResearchGate or whether it is Google Scholar, what is citations? Citation means somebody referring your paper while they are doing research. Okay, they give refer in literature review your paper, or they just mention your paper there, your work. So that is citation. So citation, whether it is on ResearchGate or it is on Google Scholar, it will not make any difference, ma'am. So that is only that your work referred by somebody else. So whether it is on ResearchGate, it is on Google Scholar, all citations will be counted. Actually, these are the platform, those who are just informing you that these people have, used or they have referred your work. Okay, so all will be considered wherever it is showing. And they also show your compiled total work, total citations of your paper. And even ResearchGate, they keep mentioning, okay, like suppose if my paper is cited by one author, they will send me message that your work has been cited by this. Then paper wise also they will show, okay, total citation of this particular paper. Then they will also show total citations of yours in this year or till date, how many total citations are there for your papers. Okay, so there are different platforms which will give you all the summary and details about all the citations.
Any other
Any other
questions?
questions? Yeah, anything more?
Any queries? How many types of research consultancy?
See, research consultancy, it's not that how many types, but any type of work with industry. See, there are two. Yeah, anything? Priya, R. Okay, see, what is the difference between the research project and the consultancy? Okay, research project, when we are taking from any funding, okay, from any, NGO or any government organization like ICSSR gave research funding and all. Okay, then we send our proposal for any, suppose government policy or any decision, anything happening in the society. We do research on that. Even in law, like we do research. In every field, we do research of anything which is happening in the society, any steps taken by the government or any initiatives taken by the government. Okay. Consultancy is mainly with the industries. Okay, consultancy includes various type of consultancy. Like suppose if somebody is doing market research, okay, for any company or any industry, so that is also consultancy. So whatever support you can do for the industry in taking their decision, which facilitate their decision, that may be related to finance, may be related to production, may be related to product, may be related to marketing. Okay, so that all is considered as consultancy projects. Even in law also they do consultancy, okay, on maybe on the legal matters, okay, day-to-day matters. So that is also consultancy. So consultancy may like agreement is done, like what type of work you will be doing, what type of support you will be doing for that industry, how much payment will be done, how this payment will be done. So all that will come as a part of consultancy there. So it's not something fixed that this will only be consultancy. Consultancy can be of any type. Okay, like suppose if engineers, those who are making a helping government in making master plans, that is also consultancy. Okay, so many types of consultancy are there. If we earn money through some in what I just read the question, if we earn money through some instruments, is it a research consultancy? Instruments, I don't know what type of instruments you are saying. if you are, no, I didn't get your question. If you can just clarify. So by the time I'll read other question, institute who wish to participate in research categories are required to participate in overall ranking categories. Is it correct? No. Research is there in all, whether you are going for overall or you are going for as a college category, overall category, any particular subject category, or even in the university category. Research is everywhere. Research is one of the parameter. Okay, so you cannot just go and say that we will be just doing participating in ranking for research. No, there are 5 parameters. Okay, there's all 5 parameters are present by in all the categories of ranking, whether it is university, overall, college, okay, or any particular program, like they are also giving ranking for management program, law program. Okay, so research is one of the parameter. The only difference is the weightage. In some category, the weightage is more. In some category, the weightage is less. Suppose if you go for colleges, the weightage is little less, because colleges are like undergraduate colleges and PG colleges. So normally research is not focus area there. But if you are going for university, then research is important there. Then research weightage is more there. Okay, so weightage is different, but otherwise research is one of the parameter in all the categories. Okay, so question is clarified there, that if we earn money through some instrument as it is research by analysis of samples. Okay, so analysis of samples will not only be analysis, yes, that can be the consultancy. Analysis of sample means that if you have a contract with any company, okay, that they will do the data collection, they will give it to you, you will analyze their data. Okay, so that can be the consultancy if it is regularly for 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, if you have contract with them. Okay, then it will be considered as consultancy. Yeah, I understood. Like with our available instruments, we are permitting analysis from outsider with no. That will not be consultancy, sir. If you have resource and you are just allowing them to use your resource, no, then it will not be considered as consultancy. Consultancy, if you are doing some work with for them, and not only analysis, but you are giving some output after doing that analysis, okay, then it is the consultancy.
Is it counted in both individual discipline ranking and overall categories?
Which one?
Is it counted in both individual discipline ranking and overall categories?
Yes, it is counted in both. It is counted in both.
Any other
Yeah.
query?
Any other query?
Dear participants, any other questions?
So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Again, yesterday also I told you, if there is anything, any doubt, anything, and if you want, detailed discussion on any particular parameter, particular issue, just do let me know. Is last date will increase? Let me just read the question. Last date will increase.
DCS, ma'am.
What do you mean by DCS here?
Sir, Binay Singh, sir, can you elaborate, sir? Data capture system.
Okay, data capture system. No, it is not like that. See, last date will not increase this. So it all depends, what is the system, what is the methodology. So date does not matter there. Only the data that we are giving them, that only matters, sir. No, sir. Actually, see, for some school exhibition, if we help and guide from college by some staff, can we include? No, 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 sir. No, it is not research consultancy. What research we are doing if we are helping, some school exhibitions? No, sir, it is not consultancy. It is just the support system that you are giving to them. It is not research consultancy because some research element should be there. How can you say that it is research consultancy if you are helping in school exhibitions? That is not research consultancy. Research is mainly with some industries, some companies, or some research organizations. Okay, so helping some school in conducting their exhibition is not research consultancy.
Any other queries?
Yeah, Sujata ma'am has raised hand. Yes, ma'am.
Sujata ma'am, do you have any query, ma'am?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just, yeah, sorry that, yeah, I got the information. Yeah, actually, I was not knowing that they keep changing every year regarding that UGC job.
Hmm.
I
They
go through that.
changes. They changes and every year they publish new list. But
Yeah, okay.
only hardly
And
few
ma'am,
changes.
what about, yes, ma'am, what about this? We present in the conference, national conference, international conferences.
NIRF
Whether it
is
has
not
got,
considered. NIRF
whether
is
it
not.
has got, oh, it doesn't consider, ma'am. Then it is useful for only for our profile.
It is useful for your API score. It is also useful for even NAC they consider, but only very less weightage is given, not more. The only
Oh,
weightage is only when it is published. Okay, and published means conference proceeding also, if it is published, then also weightage is given, but only presenting paper will not help.
yes, yes, ma'am. The conference proceedings, it has to be published.
Yeah, it has
Got
to be published. But if you are just presenting paper in the conference, that will not help. That will not be
you.
considered. But
Ma'am,
after growth, it is okay because it will be counted in your API score. And gradually, when initial stage, when you start presenting papers, then only we can improve upon, writing papers.
yes, ma'am. Once it happened in one of the conference, it was not published.
Hmm.
Somehow there was a delay from my side or in that way, like plagiarism little problem. So it was not checked. Then later on, I improved that and then I published in one of the journal. So that
Hmm.
will be having weightage, right?
Yes, yes. Then you will consider that as a publication. No? You will not mention that the same was presented there. You will
Yes, yes,
only
yes.
say that this paper is published in this journal.
Yeah, it will be having weightage.
Yeah, it will be having weightage.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
Thank
there
you.
are many papers. See, if we organize conference, if there are very good papers, they always say that we don't want to publish in the proceedings.
Yes,
And they
ma'am.
will deny and they want to publish in some good journal.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Hmm.
they will in API they will take score of both presenting
Hmm.
paper and publishing, but in
Yes, ma'am.
accreditation they will count it as a publication in the
All
journal.
right, ma'am. Right, right.
There is one question which I was reading, that internship, if their students are getting money, though, sir, that is a stipend which they are getting. It is not counted as research consultancy because students, those who are doing internship, they are not doing any research there. Okay, so that is just this stipend which are given to the student. It is not research consultancy.
Ma'am, can doctoral committee be considered as a research consultancy?
No, ma'am. That is also not research consultancy. No. NIRF team requires proof of fetched funds with respect of financial year. Yes, 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 Professor Vipul. As per the financial year, we have to give them the record and proof of the funds which are transferred for consultancy work.
Any other queries?
So, if staff gets money, from where, sir? What type of money staff gets? Actually, staff, when they are getting money, it is not consultancy. So, consultancy is very, very refined terms. That is, if you are helping any business decision, okay, helping business, no, not even from industry. If their staff is getting, that is not consultancy. Consultancy means, first of all, there should be the agreement between the industry and your college that you will be giving consultancy services to that particular company. That can be faculty. Yes, obviously, consultancy will be done by the faculty members only or by the staff members only. But the agreement is between the college and the company or the industry. Okay, then what will be the nature of, like, suppose, see, I'll tell you, I did consultancy with one of the company. Okay, and what type of consultancy was that we did the market research for them. Then we find out that why the demand for their product was not there much in the market as comparative to their competitors. Okay, so that we did research, like we collected all primary data, we prepared questionnaire, we collected primary data from the consumer. We try to analyze, okay, like what are the reasons why the demand is less as comparative to their competitors in the market. Then we prepared a report, proper report. We gave suggestions that these are the ways, these are the reasons first why the demand is less. Then after that, what can be the solution for those problems. Okay, so that was the research consultancy. It is not that if student is doing internship, they will get money. No, money is not everything there. What is the nature of work? That is more important there. Okay, so consultancy, where there are many things. There are research, there is interpretation, there is data collection, analysis. Everything is there in this consultancy work. Okay, so consultancy is a very, very wide concept. Okay, so this is my email ID. One professor had asked for the email ID. If research advisory committee members input to PhD, no, this is not consultancy work. Research supervisor, okay, or committee, advisory committee, that is not research consultancy, sir. No, that is not. Okay, so I've shared my number, I've shared my email ID. So we can discuss there if anything is required. We can discuss more on consultancy some other day. Then definitely we will just focus on what are the different types of consultancy that can be taken, okay, by the institutes. Okay, so ma'am, now we can wind up if there are no more questions.
Sure. On behalf of IoT Academy, we thank Dr. Anuradha Jain for the informative, interactive, enlightening, and interesting session, ma'am. We thank you once again for the amazing and excellent presentation. And we thank you very much for your efforts. We thank you for enhancing our knowledge with the commendable presentation. We thank you very much for your efforts, ma'am. It was an amazing session. And
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for taking your time to answer all the queries very patiently, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
I thank all the participants for joining the session today. Kindly submit the feedback form using the link that has been posted in the chat box. Thank you all. Have a great day.